What is up, guys? Drew Martin here with the Friday College Football Show presented by Betfred Sportsbook, the Betfred Friday College Football Show with three bets on the card, all on Saturday, all early as well. So wake up and win is the theme here. We'll get after it now in a good one. This one kicking us off on Saturday, Purdue and Syracuse. Guys, it's mostly Syracuse -1 in the hook. That's what Betfred's showing right now. And this is the one number where I'll actually go money line because I like the Syracuse orange here at home. And instead of laying that 1.5, this is the one time I go to money line -$1.25 here. That's the Syracuse orange is who I'm back and kicking us off on Saturday. Couple reasons why. First off, on the Purdue side of things, Jeff Brom's done a good job here. Decent quarterback play. The problem is on the road. And this is something I think translates from year to year. I don't think that they fixed this. They're just 5-7 their last 12 on the road and 10-12 under Brom when playing away from West Lafayette. So not really looking to bet on the Boilermakers. They're going to have to go into Syracuse and win outright. Add on to their road trouble. Syracuse is kind of a unique place to play. It's a dome. They play basketball there. The turf has given teams problems. I think it's a big advantage for Syracuse, who's looked really good so far this season. A lot of people thought, they needed a coaching change at the top. Well, now they're 2-0 straight up and against the spread. Plus the fact, guys, I love this time of year to look at against the spread numbers in terms of how much teams are covering by. And there aren't many teams at all in Division I college football beating the point spread as much as Syracuse has this season. Over 40 points against the spread in comparison to where the odds makers have priced them at. I mean, they're 79-21, their final scores here. I'm talking about a well-coached team that we really haven't seen in years past. They've turned the ball over 0 times so far this season. So for all of those reasons, Syracuse orange -125 on the money line. First play for Saturday. We are brought to you by Betfred Sportsbook. Guys, when you play in the Betfred Sportsbook, no one gives out more free bonuses than Betfred Sportsbooks. The more you bet, the bigger the bonus. Right now, if you sign up at BetfredSports.com and you bet $50+, you'll receive $250 in free bets. Check it out, Betfred Sportsbook. Next game up here, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern time. So hopefully Syracuse will have a lead here, be almost done. And this one will be kicking off in Southern California, heading to the Rose Bowl here. UCLA hosting South Alabama. Haven't heard many people interested in this game at all. Pac-12 versus Sun Belt, a 16-point spread, 60 being the total here. I actually think it's going to be a sleepy atmosphere for Bruins fans. South Alabama +16 is the play here. A big dog is barking. Look, the Sun Belt Conference has been one of the surprises so far this college football season. And South Alabama, a big reason why. When you look at their last 5 years, they're off of everybody's radar. I mean, they were 18-41 their last 5 years straight up. That's 18 wins, 41 losses. I can't remember the last time they made a bowl game. Well, actually, they have the youngest head coach now in FBS football. They got Major Applewhite as the offensive coordinator. Impressive start here. They did beat an FCS team, Nicholls State, handily. And then they also beat Central Michigan here from the MAC. And Central Michigan is a team, good quarterback play, a really good offense. They actually hung in there with Oklahoma State, if you remember right, week 1. And South Alabama beat them as a dog outright on the road. So they've already proven they can go on the road and win as an underdog. They did so kind of going away as well. Now they're going to have to go out to the West Coast. It is a tough trip here, but I think that they can get this done. Look, they're up 88 points and only given up 31 points so far this season. And UCLA, I think it's still a little bit unknown with the Bruins, but the spot is terrible here. And I'll throw out a stat. Before they've played Colorado, UCLA is just 2-9 against the spread. And of course, Colorado being their Pac-12 opener, it's a big game for them here in the Pac-12 South Division. It's kind of a look-ahead spot for UCLA. So getting a good South Alabama team, we've actually seen South Alabama get bet in the first 2 weeks by sharp betting groups out there. And I think there's something to that. This team, the recruiting, who they got on their lines, really making a push here to make a bunch of money this season. Hop on them early here, guys. USA, the Jaguars of Mobile, Alabama, going on the road into LA, into the Rose Bowl. Sprinkle a little bit on that money line as well. Plus 16 is the bet for our second game. Guys, if you don't know, Betfred Sportsbook, sponsor of the show, Betfred Friday College Football Show here, 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 Pacific time. Each and every Friday, breaking down 3 games for you, and want to check them out. Betfred provides the most personalized betting experience on the market, from in-person events with betting competitions, weekly promotional offers that fit your betting size, patterns, and personal touch you won't get anywhere else. Betfred already partners with the Bengals and Broncos in the NFL, Rockies in MLB, season tickets to every pro sports team in the state they are in. So check them out. Betfred Sportsbook, golf outings as well. As we head to our last game here, guys. Look, gave out a big dog. Also a money line, pick 'em price here, minus 125 on the money line with Syracuse, South Alabama, plus 16. The last one, laying the wood, heading to Camp Randall, Wisconsin, the Badgers, minus 37.5 for good reason, 46 being the total. That speaks towards the New Mexico State offense. I don't think they're going to be able to move the ball much at all. And Wisconsin coming off of a loss. Look, when you look at the Badgers, they're 1-1 straight up, 1-1 against the spread. And the loss is they lost last week to Washington State as the favorite. They lost the game outright by 3 points. But when you dig a little bit deeper, go under the hood here, they actually outgained Wazoo 400 to 250 in terms of total yards. So by 150 yards, yet they lost the game. Penalties really killed them. So after a week of, I'm thinking tough practice here, when you read the reports, I think that they're going to be ready to go here. And a big reason I am laying more than 30 points here, because it's kind of rarefied air. I don't do this a lot. But the reason being New Mexico State, sometimes guys in college football early in the season, when you find these teams to go against, it's almost more important to find the teams to go against than the teams to bet on, because they stay under the radar longer. New Mexico State already 0-3 straight up. They are 1-2 against the spread. They're one cover against UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso. And that team is one of the bigger disappointments in college football. I know, because I've already lost betting on them. And when you look at their schedule, Nevada and UTEP, Nevada's way down this year as well. The one game they played where there's kind of similar talent to what Wisconsin is going to bring, and I don't actually think as good, but possibly when they play each other on the field, we'll find out. But Minnesota actually ran through this New Mexico State defensive front. They won the game 38-0. It could have been a lot worse. I watched almost every play of that game. And the push they were getting up front, New Mexico State you're not able to fix that, guys. So Wisconsin is going to be able to do that same thing Minnesota did, which is run over the New Mexico State defense. And the thing that I like about this laying the points here is the Badgers are going to be running that same offense they're running in the first and second quarters. In the third and fourth quarter, they're going to be running the football, ISOs, dives, right down the Aggie defense's throat. So I think this gets really ugly. I could see it 45-0, 50-0, 55-3, something of that nature. Covering this 37.5 here. I think the Badgers going to be jumping around in Camp Randall. Look, guys, another trend here. I like to go against New Mexico State. 2-12 against the spread as dogs of 33 points or more. Got that from Mark Lawrence here, the legend in the sports betting world. 2-12 against the spread as dogs of 33 points or more. That's New Mexico State here. Just speaking towards they'll lay down. When they lose the game, they go against, some of these Big Ten SEC teams, and they just get run over. They're also 1-4 against the spread versus Big Ten opponents. So, guys, I am Drew Martin. This is brought to you by Betfred Sportsbook. Check them out, guys. Got a lot going on there. History of Betfred, if you don't know them, I kind of just heard about them, about a year ago. and they're growing fast. It's one of the best sports books out there, a rich history going back to the 1960s. Fred Drone, who made a bet, then with that became a bookmaker and started paying out early, then started bonusing more than everyone, and then became the bonus king. And that's what Betfred's known for. You like getting bonuses on your bets. Check them out. Coming over from Europe, Betfred Sportsbook, guys. Huge shout out to the sponsor. In conclusion, we got Purdue, Syracuse on Syracuse money line minus 125. South Alabama, the Jaguars, dog is barking plus 16. Last one here, Wisconsin Badgers going to be jumping around in Camp Randall, 3:30 on Saturday. Lay the wood, minus 37.5 with Wisconsin. Please smash that like button, guys. Feel free to comment below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. Best of luck with your bets. We'll talk next Friday. Check out Betfred. Thanks for tuning in.